Hello everybody. Today we're going to learn about ratios, rates, and conversions. We've already done a lot of work with ratios and rates, so I'm just going to quickly touch on those and then we'll talk more about conversions. First of all, if we had to figure out which store offers the best deal on t-shirts, we can use ratios and rates and unit rates to figure that out. This is something that comes up every day when you go shopping for different things. So let's figure out how we're going to solve this. So first of all, we could turn this into a ratio. So $25 for 2 shirts, we could just say $25 over 2 shirts. So we'll turn this into a rate, which is a type of ratio or a fraction. And then we can turn it into a unit rate by getting 1 shirt on the bottom. So if we divide 25 by 2, we get $12.50 for 1 shirt, or per shirt. Then if we go down to store B, they sell $45, or 4 shirts for $45. So if we divide $45 by 4, what do we get? Well, dividing 45 by 2 gives us $22.50, and then half of that is $11.25. So we got $11.25 per shirt. So far, store B is the better deal. And then we go into store C, and they sell 3 shirts for $30, or $30 for 3 shirts. And again, dividing 30 by 3, we get $10 per shirt. And so by finding the unit rate, which is in this case the cost per 1 shirt, but the unit rate is always per 1, we find that store C gives us the best deal, so that's probably where we're going to want to buy from. Alright, now we're going to talk about unit conversion. In order to do unit conversions, we need to know what a conversion factor is. It's a ratio of 2 equivalent measures in different units. Here's an example: 1 foot over 12 inches. Okay. All conversion factors are equivalent to 1 because 1 foot and 12 inches are the same thing, and if you divide the same thing by itself, you get 1. Okay, that's going to be important because we're going to be multiplying by conversion factors. Right before we get to that, I'm going to do a little aside here and just remind you guys that if you had a fraction like 2/3 and you multiplied it by 3/5, these 3's can cancel out. And in that same way, if you had like x over y times y over z and you were multiplying them, these y's could cancel out because y divided by y is 1. So when we get to conversion factors, we're going to see why that's important. So if we wanted to convert the given amount to the given unit, so in this case 168 hours, if we wanted to convert that into days, well, we would start with our 168 hours, and we're going to just turn that into a fraction, so 68 hours over 1. And then we're going to use a conversion factor, and so I know that there are 24 hours in a day. So I have a conversion factor of 24 hours and 1 day. So when we use a conversion factor, it can be shown either way. I could use 1 day over 24 hours, or I could also use 24 hours over 1 day. Well, this quick little aside I showed you here will tell us which version of the conversion factor we want. Since we want hours to go away here and to be replaced with days, since hours is on the top, I need the conversion factor to have hours on the bottom so that they can cancel out. So just like numbers cancel out, 3, 3, and letters cancel out, units cancel out as well. So hours divided by hours equals 1. And since the units cancel out, we can also do the division here. 168 divided by 24 which is, I don't know, let's see, 168 divided by 24. It's going to be more than 5. I think it's going to be around 6. So 24 times 6 is 144. Oh, we could have gone bigger, so I guess it's 7. So 24 times 7 is 168. Alright, so now we know that this can become a 7 and this can become a 1. And so 168 hours is 7 days, because it's going to be 7 times 1 day over 1 times 1. So 7 days. Alright, let's try this next one. So now we're going to convert 200 centimeters to meters. So we're going to start with a fraction here, 200 centimeters over 1. Our conversion factor, we need to know how many meters are in a centimeter, or how many centimeters are in a meter. So there are 100 centimeters for every meter. And just like before, the centimeters are going to go away, and that's why I put the centimeters on the bottom. We want that meter to remain on top. And so now we just do 200 divided by 100 is 2. So 2 times 1 meter is going to be 2 meters. And then, of course, 1 times the 1 that ends up on the bottom here. Right? So the answer is 2 meters. So 200 centimeters is equivalent to 2 meters. Alright, let's try 2 more. If we want to change kilograms to pounds, again, we're going to start by making our fraction, 5 kilograms over 1. Conversion factor of kilograms to pounds, I don't actually know what that is, so I'm going to search the internet. So I could say how many pounds are in a kilogram. There we go. So 1 kilogram equals 2.20462 pounds. So it sounds like I'm going to need a calculator for this one. Got my trusty phone over here. Okay, 2.20462. Is that right? 2.20462. Okay. And that's 1 kilogram is equivalent to this many pounds. Alright, so now the kilograms, like before, are going to cancel out. These numbers now are not going to be divided, they're going to be multiplied because they're both on the top. And so we do 5 times 2.20462 equals 11.0231 pounds. All right. This next one is going to be a little different because we're actually starting with a rate. I forgot the word rate for a moment there. So we're starting with a rate, and then we're going to change the units in the rate to other units. It's actually done the same way. We're just going to have to do more than one conversion factor. So we'll start with that 50 yards in 5.8 seconds. And let's say we want to change that to miles per hour. So we need to know a couple different things. How many seconds are in an hour, which I don't know off the top of my head, but what I do know is there's 60 seconds in a minute, so I can make that a conversion factor. So 60 seconds in 1 minute. And then I also know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So just by using the units here, I know that the seconds are going to cancel, and then these minutes that I just made up here are going to cancel again to make it hours. And now I need a conversion factor for yards to miles, which I don't know either, but I do know that there is, let's see, 1 yard is 3 feet, and I do know that there is 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Okay, so if we cancel out all of the units here, seconds go away, minutes go away, yards go away, and feet go away, leaving us with miles on top, hours on the bottom, which is exactly what we want. We want miles and hours. So now we just have to do the calculations. So I'm just gonna use a calculator to multiply everything on top and then divide by everything on the bottom. So I'll do 50 times 60 times 3. That's equal to 9,000. So that was 50 times 60 times 3. Oh, I forgot that's 60. So times 60. Now we're at 540,000, but we're going to divide by 5.8. And we're going to divide by 5,280. And so we end up with 17.63. There's some more there, but I'm just going to round it to that. So approximately 17.63 miles per hour. Alright, and that is it for the video. Thanks for watching.